So, you've gone and done it. Watched so much damn anime that a gaping hole has formed in your heart and you're scrambling to find more good shit to watch. Well, not to worry, because I've suffered this feeling many times and have made a list of anime to help you fend off that existential feeling. This list is 4 anime deep. I'd consider each just under the radar, meaning these anime are by no means unpopular, but aren't exactly in the spotlight either. 2 of the anime are seinen, aka serious as fuck, and 2 are more slice of life for my mellow weebs. Well, let's get into it. ID Invaded seeks to answer the question, what lies within the subconscious mind? When Detective Akihito Narihisago, otherwise known as Sakaido, returns home one day, he finds that his family has been murdered. Losing what made life worth living, he seeks out the culprit and murders them in his bitterness. For most people, this act will cause the person to become unuseful to society, as they would be placed in prison. However, for Sakaido, it opens the doors to the root of human malevolence, the subconscious, the home to our hidden and repressed desires. He is recruited by an elite agency that solves crimes by entering into the subconscious mind of criminals through modern technology. The catch being, you can only enter the mind of a killer if you have killed someone yourself. While in the subconscious, the world presented as a fractured picture of who the person is and what they did, and it is Sakaido's job to make the world coherent and uncover the truth. Each inner world is governed by its own laws, so physics is thrown completely out the window and everything gets a little glitchy. It reminds me a lot of Inception, so if you really like mindfucky movies, you should give it a watch. If you had the power to warp the world towards your values, would you? In a world filled with suffering and hardship, the protagonist of the story, Ichiro Inuyashiki, is no exception. He is a middle-aged man whose family is ungrateful towards him, leaving him to unpack into their new home solo while they go out to eat without him. He begins to feel distant from his family, and I don't blame him, that's messed up. So much so that upon being diagnosed with stomach cancer, he can't seem to confide in his family. He feels like his death wouldn't mean much not just to his family, but to the world. Aware of all the hardship life has to offer, he runs to a nearby park with his dog Hanako, his only confidant. There he sees a young man that catches his attention when an alien ship crashes into the park, killing him and the teenage boy. To save them, the aliens fuse them with their latest technology, giving them both unbelievable power. Inuyashiki's cancer is gone. He can detect and cure latent ailments in others. He can even shoot hella missiles out of his back. He realizes with this power he could change the world in a positive way. He sneaks into hospitals to cure people of cancer, Alzheimer's, you name it, all while kicking the living shit out of local Yakuza gangs. Meanwhile, we learn that the young lad from the park is named Hiro Shishigami, and he's not so optimistic on life. He thinks life is meaningless and can't seem to find what connects him to other people. His newfound powers give him the confidence to do something he's always wanted to do. Kill. He plays Eeny Meeny Miny Mo, on whose home he'll enter and massacre everyone inside. He causes 12-card pileups whenever he feels like it. Yeah, dark shit. As the story progresses, Hiro learns more and more what it means to feel suffering at the hands of another person. All the while, Inuyashiki becomes more and more ruthless with his administration of justice to local Yakuza. The story captures these 2 figures in their pursuit to make the world bend to their ideals, all the while struggling to maintain who they are. The plot is layered, the characters are dope as hell, the animation is CGI at times, but it's not dookie surprisingly. Some parts are really gritty and it's definitely not for everyone, but if you're up to it, you should give it a shot. From the mind behind Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo, Shinichiro Watanabe, we have been blessed with Space Dandy. The story follows a guy named Dandy and his companions Cutie and Meowth, an advanced AI robot and a cat-like alien, in a futuristic universe where humans and aliens cohabitate peacefully and on many planets. We follow their daily adventures as alien hunters, people who look for undiscovered aliens in the vast universe and receive money for their discoveries. They always set out to find a new alien and rarely do, but this never really matters. It's the experiences they acquire in their pursuit that matter. Dandy is hilarious because he's both really insightful and really stupid. One minute he's saving a young alien girl who appears to have no family, something super meaningful, to going to Boobies, his favorite restaurant. Yep, Boobies. We all know why he's there. That's right, the food. I don't even know why he likes boobies so much given he's an ass man, but Dandy's mind is an enigma, a walking set of contradictions, and that's what makes him relatable. QT is an OCD cleaning freak who's also a genuinely heartwarming character. His robotic intelligence gives rise to human emotions he struggles to comprehend. Meowth is a lazy shitter who surprisingly adds a lot of nuance to the show. He knows how to spice up the comedy, and overall the comedy in Dandy doesn't miss. Each character brings out the true conflicting nature we see in everyday people, something anime doesn't really nail all too often. We get to see Meowth get drunk and say crazy shit. Dandy fights a calendar. Regarding the music, it's God tier. Watanabe is a culture Chad who really knows how to immerse his viewers with his unique ambience only he can create. The show's story is really a collection of stories. Each episode works independently of each other, and typically the slice of life style sucks, but when Watanabe does it, it always slaps. The characters really feel human. Every episode and every new alien you meet has its own goals, lives, cultures, and through Dandy and his crew you learn the struggles, joys, triumphs that every being throughout the whole universe feels. I'm definitely going to do more videos on Dandy in the future. If you like a story that makes you experience all the emotions it takes some shows 24 episodes to invoke in one, do yourself a favor and watch Space Dandy. The last bad boy on this bad boy is Space Brothers, a tale of brothers in space. Muta, not to be confused with Muda, and his younger brother Hibito have always dreamed of venturing into the nether of space. Both work really hard, excel in their classes, and learn as much as they can. Hibito eventually lands a spot at NASA and gets picked for an expedition to the moon. Muta, on the other hand, finds himself in a corporate job that sucks the soul out of him, regretting the choices he's made up till now. He always wanted to be a role model for his younger brother and feels that he's failed at what he believes is his moral obligation. He loses his corporate job, has to move back home, and is filled to the brim with no Yankee with sad boy energy. Thankfully, he has a really awesome mother and family who encourage him to try again at life. He goes back to the basics, studies science, astronomy, and seeks to be chosen by JAXA, the Japanese NASA. Watching him grow from a shallow husk of a man to someone who looks up to the sky with his shoulders back, ready to face the world is refreshing. It's pretty funny too, not induce a fart tier funny, but I chuckle at least once an episode. The anime motivates me to be better and pushes a really powerful message. You have the power to make your life one that's worth living. That's it, fellas. Hopefully this list has at least one interesting anime you haven't seen before. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Until next time.